Hiya, welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if the lighting in this is right or whatever because I haven't filmed. I haven't sat down and filmed a video for ages. It must have been at least a month. And at first I forgot to get my light out, then I forgot to turn the light on, and I haven't filmed in here for a while, so I've got no idea if any of this is working. But fingers crossed it is. And I am actually going to complete this year favourites videos, so I do them every 3 months rather than every month, and I don't know if last year I finished all 4. I can't remember, I might have rolled the last one into like an end of year one, I can't really remember, but this year I am going to make sure that I finish January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and this is my October, November and December favourites of 2017. Right, so I'm going to start off with my hair curler that I got, and if you watched my Barcelona vlog, which I'll link somewhere, I'm worried that I keep saying I'll link stuff somewhere and then I don't end up doing it, so I haven't linked anything in previous videos, I apologise, but yeah, if you watch my Barcelona video you'll know that my hair curler exploded while we were there, and I've got a new one since, and I didn't use it. I got it for one of my best friend's weddings in September, and I only pretty much used it for that wedding, didn't really use it that much after, and then over the past 3 months I've used it like several times a week. I'm obsessed with this thing. It's just like a cheapish one from Amazon. I tried to find the exact one a little while ago to share the link with someone at work, and I don't think that the exact listing, or whatever you call it, was still there, but I found like the same thing by a different seller. So if I can still find it, then I'll link it below. But it's called the Che or Checky Yen. I don't really know. It's not like a proper brand. It's not like Babyliss or something like that, or Remington. But it is a curling wand. Now, at the start of the year, I had one of those chopstick curler things, and I filmed a video of me trying to curl my hair with it, and I was really cat-handed. So I was a bit dubious about this, if I was going to be really cat-handed again. But it comes with this glove, which is like it feels like one of those exfoliating mitts you get for like scrubbing yourself in the bath, but it's got one side is like rubberised. And you put this on when you curl your hair with it, and it's like the most genius thing ever, because I'm not worried about burning myself, because I pretty much can't unless I put it on my head. But yeah, it's so good, and it's not just this one. There are 5 different barrels with it, so I think this is the second to largest, and then it's got a larger one like this, and then it's got a smaller one, and then 2 that go to a point more. So yeah, and I think it was like 25 quid. It wasn't that expensive at all, and it's really, really good. I love the way my hair looks when I curl with it. It's just, yeah, massive, massive fan of this, and I'm kind of glad my curlers exploded, because it brought the joys of this into my life. So yeah, I would highly recommend. Moving on to my TV and movie favourites. So I had these written down in a little notebook that I have with me all the time, and for the life of me I can't find it. I don't know if I've left it at work over the Christmas break. I've literally got no idea where it is. So I've been through my Netflix history to have a look at what I've been watching so I can remember the stuff. So I've got most of it. I don't know if I've got every single thing that I've written down in my little list, but yeah, I've got most of it. So the first thing is The Sinner. So everyone was talking about that, and I binge watched it over a couple of days, and it's so good. I saw the ending, what was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen like that. I can't really explain it because I don't want to give away any spoilers, but if you haven't already watched The Sinner on Netflix, you need to. It's so good, it's so gripping. It's like, I don't want to say anything to do with the plot in case I give away anything, but Google it. It's got Jessica Biel in it, and it's probably one of the best thrillers of the year. So yeah, definitely watch that. The next thing is Mindhunter. Now, I found this kind of a bit of a slow burner. Within like the first and second episode, I wasn't really sold. I wasn't sort of thinking, oh, I love this, it's like the best thing ever. But I continued with it, and yeah, I really, really liked it. It was just, it's very compelling, and it's basically this about the FBI and these guys that go and interview murderers, and the murderers are real life murderers, not in the programme, they're played by actors, but the cases are real life murderers, which is fascinating. Grisly but fascinating, and yeah, it's just really, really interesting, and yeah, just really, really good. So I'd highly recommend that too. in terms of TV series that I've carried on watching from previously, so obviously I watched Stranger Things, which is so good. I love Stranger Things. It's so good. I know everyone loves Stranger Things, or most people do, and I loved it. I was obsessed with the new Steve life, and yeah, I just love it. I don't really like the whole Nancy and what's his name? What is his name? I literally can't remember his name. It's because he's so not important. Yeah, I'm all about Steve. Love him. And Dustin, and yeah, I just love it. And the new guy, I didn't like him. Like, his hair, like what is going on with his hair, I don't like that. But when he came like Sweet Talk the Mum, I was like, oh, you're actually quite nice. And I followed him on Instagram, and he's really hot too. So I loved Stranger Things, new series, and I cannot wait to see what else comes from Stranger Things, because it's just so good. It's just so good. I need to rewatch it. Oh, actually, I rewatched the first season before the second season came out, so I'll probably rewatch the second season again now, because it's just so good. And I was just devastated. Do I give away spoilers? I was devastated when a certain character got killed. I don't want, like, I think, can you guess who I'm talking about? Yeah, one character, I was like, no. But yeah, when he died, I was very upset. But yeah, I liked that. And then Netflix also delighted me with the final season of The Vampire Diaries. And literally, can't deal. I have watched Vampire Diaries since it started on TV. And the most recent season, when they put it on TV, it was on at like midnight, for some stupid reason, and they didn't have it on catch up because it was something to do with like the rights. I tweeted ITV about it, and I was like, why is it not on catch up? And they said, oh, they didn't have the rights to have it on catch up or some crap, so I couldn't watch it because I'm not going to stay up at like midnight to watch it every week because I have to go to work. And yeah, so I didn't end up watching it, and I was waiting, fingers crossed, for the day when Netflix put it on there, and it arrived I think in October-ish time. And I'd watched the first half of the final season, but I hadn't watched the second half. So I just watched the whole of the season from the start. So I watched the episodes I'd already watched, and then the ones I hadn't watched. And oh, literally the last episode, you know when you're in like a binge sesh and you don't want to leave it no matter what the time is. It was, I can't remember, it was like bedtime, and Luke had already got into bed and I had one episode to go, and Luke doesn't watch Vampire Diaries, so watching it on my iPad, and he's like, oh, we need to go to sleep, and I was like, let me just watch this episode. So I said, right, I'm going to go and brush my teeth. So I went in the bathroom with my iPad on the toilet, and Luke fell asleep, and I was sitting in the bathroom blubbing my eyes out, literally sobbing, so sad. At the end of the final episode, I was literally inconsolable, and Luke was none the wiser, fast asleep. I came back in, I was like, oh god. Yeah, I'm very emotionally attached to the Vampire Diaries. Yeah, I'm not sure I was happy with the ending. Like, yeah, I'm not sure I was happy with it. No, I definitely wasn't happy with it. I wanted everyone to live. But yeah, just never get over it. But moving on to the next thing that I continued watching, and that is Teen Wolf. So I've mentioned multiple times before my love for Teen Wolf, and the first half of the final season arrived on Netflix as well, and I was overjoyed and I loved it. But there wasn't enough, because my favourite is Dylan O'Brien, I'm obsessed with him, and there wasn't enough him in it because of the plot of the series. There just wasn't enough him. Other than that, loved it. I can't wait for the final bit, but I don't want it to be the final bit because then it's the final bit. And yeah, I need new series to be like obsessed with, but people were like, I need new series with like attractive people in it, because I don't have Sons of Anarchy anymore, don't have Vampire Diaries anymore, Teen Wolf's going to be over. There's too many series of people that I love not being made anymore. But yeah, they're the series that I continued to watch on Netflix. And yeah, thank you Netflix. And now they've put How to Get Away with Murder Series 3 on Netflix in the past like day or so. So I'm going to start binge watching. I'm sure that will be in my favourites, my next favourites video, because How to Get Away with Murder is so good. But yeah. And one movie that I wanted to mention is the People version of Cinderella. I don't know how to describe it other than the People version. But the real, what's it called? Is it called like live action movie? But I saw the, I know they're not made by the exact same people, but I saw the Jungle Book in the cinema and the live action one, and I hated it. I am a die-hard Jungle Book fan. It was me and my granddad's Disney film that we used to watch and sing all the songs, and I saw the live action version in the cinema and I absolutely hated it. I'm sorry if people liked it, but I hated it. It was just no. The story was different, the songs were crap, it was just wrong. Everything about it was wrong. But because of that, I didn't want to watch the Cinderella live action that was made, because I was like, no, they've probably ruined that. No, don't want to watch that. And someone at work mentioned that it was really good, and it was on Netflix, and I thought one day, I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to give it a watch, see what it's like. And I actually really liked it, so I would give that a big thumbs up. And now I didn't want to see Beauty and the Beast, but even my mum said that Beauty and the Beast was really good, so I think I might give that a whirl as well. But I would highly recommend Cinderella, and I really like Lily James. I watched on the plane actually Baby Driver, and she's in that, and I really like Baby Driver. It was just, you know, on the shit like seat back TVs. It wasn't the best experience watching it in that, but I really like the film Baby Driver as well. So yeah, they're all my TV and movie favourites. I don't really have many beauty favourites to talk to you about, because I haven't really tried anything new recently, or yeah. But the one thing I do have to talk about is my Lancome Oscillation Mascara. I've probably spoken about this before. It is the best mascara in the world if you ask me, and they don't make it in the UK anymore. So I'm very unhappy about that, but they do still stock it in America. So when I went to America last year, I bought one, and then when I went to America this year, I just bought a new one, and I've just been really scared. I haven't been using it because, like, I didn't want to use it in case it ran out, and I didn't know if I was going, like, when I was going to go back to America and I would be able to get another one. So I haven't been using it, but I've rediscovered it and I love it so much. It's the best mascara in the friggin' world. Why do the UK not stock it? It's an absolute travesty of life. So yeah, it's just a Lancome Oscillation. It's got the little, like, you can't hear it, but you press the button on the end and it like probably sounds a bit dirty, but it vibrates, and it like goes like that to like separate your eyelashes so you don't get really clumpy eyelashes, and it makes my lashes look super long and just makes it look like there's loads of them because it separates them all so well. So yeah, love the shit out of this. I'm sorry I swore, but I do. It's so good. This is only a recent addition to my life, and if you've watched my Vlogmas you would have seen it, but I thought I'd mention it because I already do love it. And it is the new, no, not the new, it's my new camera, and it is the Canon G7X Mark II, and I bought this. I decided to treat myself because I haven't treated myself to anything like big, like, I don't know, ever. No, because all my other cameras were bought by other people. Like, my mum bought my DSLR and my pen, and my lights were from my mum for Christmas the other year. So I've never treated myself to a camera, and I don't have any designer bags. Well, I do have designer bags, but they were Christmas and birthday presents from my mum. I have two Mulberry bags, and I have never bought myself any designer shoes. So I've never, like, I don't have the money really to treat myself to any of that because I'm not living that lifestyle. I don't earn that kind of money. But yeah, I never really treat myself to anything sort of substantial. And this was, I think it was £475. So that for me is a lot of money. And I I really wanted one for ages and ages and ages, because everyone raves about them on YouTube and says that they're the perfect vlogging camera, and I've been using my Olympus pen as my vlogging camera, and it's just quite heavy, and where the screen flips down you can't put it on like a tripod, like Luke's got a Gorilla Pod, I can't put it on that or anything, and it's just quite weighty to be carrying around for vlogging. Like when I'm holding it up like that, it's quite heavy to hold, and yeah, I really wanted a G7X just because it just seems a lot more compact and easier to like put in my pocket, because my pen I can't easily fit in my pocket or anything like that, or in like a small bag. And yeah, I waited, I've been looking, like I think I looked in the January sales last year, I've looked in the summer sales, I looked on Black Friday, and just throughout the year, and it's never been any sales, it's never had anything like significant like discount or anything. So after Black Friday I was like, right, it's clearly not going to go in any sales, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy it out of my savings. So that's what I did, and I used it in New York every day, and every Vlogmas video that I've made has been on it, and I'm just so impressed with the quality of it. Like the light, what's it called? The light responsiveness, whatever, don't know what the technical word is, can't think of it at the moment, but where it reacts to light is so amazing. Like with my pen it would take ages for it to like refocus or realise what kind of light I was in. This is super speedy, and it's super lightweight, like holding it up it doesn't make my arm cramp. And I also have been using it for taking photos, so taking not like photos of the scene, but like photos of me and Luke. So I'll sort of like flip out the screen and then I can hold it, and easily it doesn't like, because with my pen it's very heavy to hold out and take a photo of yourself, whereas this, because it's so light and compact, I can hold it out like that. And I took a few pictures of me and Luke on holiday, and that actually came out really well. So yeah, I'm just really impressed with it, and I'm glad I bit the bullet now and bought it, because it is a really good camera. And even if I don't vlog all the time, like whenever I do vlog, like whenever I'm on holiday or just privately vlog, so I want to make more like home movies type thing to look back on in the future, and even just for that it's really good quality camera. So yeah, I absolutely love it, and I'm really glad I decided to bite the bullet and buy it. In terms of actual clothing, there's not that many different things that I've been wearing. I've just been wearing regular like stuff I already had, but I do have a couple of things in clothing to show you, mostly like outerwear. So the first thing is these boots, and I bought these for New York. So there's so many things that I was like, this will be good for New York. I was just making excuses for buying stuff, but I did buy these for, nearly dropped it. I did buy these for New York, and they're from H&M, and I'm not ashamed to admit, I'm a savvy shopper. I bought these 3 times in the Black Friday sales. Because they just kept going down in price, because I think I bought them when they had like an offer on shoes and accessories, and that was before Black Friday, and then they went on general Black Friday I think, and they were cheaper again, and then I think they had Black Friday, and if you were part of H&M Club you could get more discount. So they were supposed to be £40 and I got them for £22.41. So I'm not ashamed that I bought them 3 times, because every penny saved is a penny towards a holiday or something. So yeah, I'm a savvy shopper. But they must have thought I was a bit weird returning like the same boots all the time. But yeah, I wore them pretty much every day in New York. They are super comfortable, and they're like a faux leather outer, and then like it's kind of faux suede around the top, and then they've got purple laces, and then inside they're called warm lined boots. They're like, they've got a slightly like fleecy inside, but not like thick fleece, just like a thin layer of fleece. But they're super comfortable, and yeah, I really like them. I've been wearing them like since we went away, and yeah, just a big fan of them really. Then I have 2 coats to show you, that's 4 but 2. And if you've been keeping up with anything to do with my New York vlogs or Instagram, you'll know what this coat is. I'll insert a picture because it will take up the whole screen if I show you, but it is my beloved Topshop sheepskin coat. And I wanted this coat. I wanted a teddy bear coat last year and I didn't get one, sort of like, do I really need it? Am I going to wear it? Didn't end up buying one, and I thought if I want one I'll get one next year. And I saw this on the Topshop website one day, as usual, went out of stock, And I was like, right, I tweeted them and I said, are you going to get back in? And they said, yeah, we'll get it back in with like in the next week. When I looked, it was like they'd got all the sizes back in stock, and already the 8 had gone out of stock. I was like, no! So again, I was upset, but then I kept checking, and then one day it was in stock. I was like, sod it, I'm just going to buy it. So I did, and I kept saying to myself, oh, it'd be really good for New York, it'd be really good for New York, but I wasn't sure, because I wasn't sure if it was going to rain, and if it rained then it wouldn't be very good because it's not waterproof. But in the end it was just freezing, and it snowed, but it was just freezing, and it was the perfect coat. And I'd only taken 2 coats with me because I didn't know how much my case was going to weigh, and if I was going to weigh it down with like loads of coats. So I took this and one other, and the other one was not warm enough for New York weather, nowhere near. So I wore this coat every single day, and I'm a bit upset that all of my photos are me wearing this coat because I didn't barely take my coat off. So every one of my holiday photos pretty much is me in this coat. But it's a good coat nonetheless, and it's just so cosy. I feel like it's a bit grubby, it might need a wash. I need to figure out how you wash it, or if I need to dry clean it. But I love this coat so much. Honestly, probably my favourite purchase of the year. That's a big statement. I'm obsessed with this coat. I'm so happy I bought it. So yeah, it's a good coat. I don't know if it's still available on the website. It probably isn't, because stuff goes out of stock on Topshop so quickly. But yeah, I love it. If you can get like a sheepskin coat in the sales or whatever, do it, because they're great. And the final piece of clothing is this. I can't really show you because it's black, it's not really showing up, so I'll include a picture from my Instagram of what it looks like. But this is basically a big velvet duvet. It is the squishiest, cushioniest coat of life. It's so cosy. Not waterproof, so not great in the rain, but cold weather, perfect. And it's got this massive like big collar that you can like wrap around, and you're like a literal like a walking duvet basically. And this is from Next, and I really wanted it last winter, and it was like £90, and I was sort of like, oh, I don't really want to spend £90 on a coat, that's a bit too much. I can't justify that on a coat. So yeah, I didn't buy it, and I was really upset because I did really want it. But then it must have been the summer sales this year, I popped into town one day and we went into Next and they had their summer sale on. Went in and they had this coat for £45. I was like, I don't care, it's July and it's like 30 degrees. Well, it's not 30 degrees, it's England. It's like 22 degrees outside. I'm buying this coat. So it sat in my wardrobe since June or July and patiently waited for it to be winter, and I got it out, now it's winter, and it's the snuggliest coat. It's literally like walking around in a little cloud. So yeah, massive fan of this coat. And I always like to include a couple of life event things. So 2 life event things. First up is John Bishop. We went to see John Bishop at the O2 in November, the start of November, and I absolutely loved it. I love John Bishop so much. He's so good, he's so funny, and he's got the Scouse accent, which is what my family are, so it just makes me feel at home. I'm obsessed with the Scouse accent. So yeah, he was really, really funny. We had really good tickets, we had really good seats, and yeah, really enjoyed it. And I was, yeah, just really excited to see John Bishop again, because we've seen him before for his, is it called like Roller Coaster or Sunshine Tour? I can't remember which one. We went to see him for not the last tour, the previous tour, and I tried to get tickets for his Supersonic tour last time and I couldn't get any, like they were all sold out. And then this one, I got them like over a year ago, and this was the Winging It tour, and yeah, just really good. So probably get it on DVD when it comes out, but yeah, really good. And you've probably seen on my channel if you're watching this video, but if you haven't and you're new, or I don't know, you just haven't been on YouTube for a while or my channel for a while, then I went to New York for a week and I had the best time. It was so good. We went on, what day did we go? The 5th of December till the 10th. We ended up having an extra day because of plane problems, which was great. And you can watch all my New York vlogs on my channel, so if you want to see what we did, what we got up to, there's all of those. But yeah, it was just such a great trip, and it was the most perfect Christmassy trip, because when I first got there I sort of felt like it would be a bit, I don't know how to describe it, but it'd be a bit more Christmassy than it was. because the first day we got there it was kind of mild. It was about 15 degrees. We were like, oh, it's not really that Christmassy, is it? It's not really cold. And then the next day the temperatures plummeted and it was freezing. But there still wasn't, we didn't think there was that much like Christmassy decorations everywhere. But then as time went on and we did more and more Christmassy sort of things, and then it snowed and it was just the best thing ever. Honestly, the dream trip. So good. And yeah, really, really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to maybe go back one day. Hopefully we can go back one day. We've been before and this is our second trip, but last time we went with my mum, this time it was just me and Luke. And yeah, I'd love to be able to go again, maybe again at a different time of year, so in the summer, because I'd love to go to like Coney Island and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a perfect trip, and yeah, you can watch it all in my vlogs, or I've been posting about it on Instagram like every day, because I'm just pretending I'm still there because I wish I still was there. But yeah, that is the final thing I have to talk to you about. I hope you have enjoyed my final favourites video of the year, of 2017. I can't believe it's the end of the year. This year has literally flown by. I'm probably not going to do like a year favourites because it'd just pretty much be the same as my actual favourites. So I'm not going to do like a end of year favourites. It's just going to be this one probably. But yeah, I can't believe how fast this year has gone, and I haven't really liked this year that much, so I'm kind of glad it's gone. But looking forward to 2018. I might do a kind of roundup video of stuff for this year, next year maybe. So keep an eye out for that. I might do that rather than talking about it all here. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed my favourites video and the things that I've included in it. I feel really weird sitting down doing a talking to the camera video. It just feels really alien because I haven't done it for so long. I'm used to like, oh hey, I'm vlogging, I'm doing this. It just feels weird to sit down and be like, hello. There's no, it's like hands-free. But yeah, I feel really weird just sitting here chatting to the camera. So hopefully it's been alright. And if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. That would be great. If you are new, if you could subscribe, that would be perfect. And if you are already subscribed, then thank you so much for sticking around and watching my videos. And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and have a good New Year. And I will see you hopefully in my next video.